Well, we are in first alert today due to the air quality we're expecting as well as the extreme heat over the region. We do have some wildfires along northern St. Louis County as well as Lake and Cook counties, and that is causing us some concerns for where the smoke is going to be going later today as well as into tomorrow and Thursday. Right now, air quality is mostly good for most of the region. Some parts of the region are starting to sit in that moderate category, but that is going to start to shift. So today we have mostly westerly winds blowing that smoke off to our east. By the later parts of tonight, we're going to start to see that wind shift. So blowing that further to the south, and parts of northern Wisconsin could be impacted by that smoke. Into Wednesday morning, we're going to see mostly northerly winds, meaning we're going to have a lot more smoke getting into the Twin Ports as well as further into northern Minnesota. So with that, we're going to see that kind of continue back towards more of a northeasterly wind. So the majority of that smoke will be out of our region, but we're still going to be seeing impacts for the remainder of the week. So the future air quality for today, the forecast has come out for us being in that very unhealthy category if you are in St. Louis County as well as Lake and Cook counties, as well as parts of Itasca and Koochiching counties. Most of the region is going to either be in that moderate or good category, but that could change significantly tomorrow as well. And for the heat risk today, a lot more purple on the map today. So we're seeing a lot more of the region in that extreme category and most of us still in that moderate category. So northern Wisconsin is, as well as the Upper Peninsula, is under the gun for major heat risk today. So we are going to see that heat held over us due to this high pressure, but thankfully we are expecting to see a cold front come through, bringing us some more rain chances. So with that, we could see some more thunderstorm activity, hopefully bringing us a couple inches of rain for some parts of the region. Would be nice to see it where those wildfires are happening right now, but it's looking like things are going to stay mostly to Canada. So hopefully things do dip further south once we get through Thursday. So the rest of the week, we're seeing those 90s start to drop off. 80s come back in the forecast, as well as more rain chances Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll talk a little bit more about how much rain we're going to get just coming up in a little bit. But for now, I'll send it back to you, Anna.